What's up, guys? It's Neff from Trickle again. Back at you with a guide for Finalmouse this time. So you should have Trickle already installed. We're going to go ahead and navigate to the folder here. You're going to open up your profiles. And if you downloaded the sample one that I posted in the guide, it should already have a line like this filled out with the exception of your actual profile information. But the task setup should already be there. But I'm going to go over everything that you need for this. So for the keyword, we're going to be doing Starlight, 12, Poseidon. Size, quantity, we're going to be doing random. This will choose either the small or the medium size. It'll pick either variant. Doesn't really matter. Okay, both of the final mice, I guess, will sell just fine. The small does sell a tad bit better, but both of them sell. All of this information is going to be pretty self-explanatory, like we went over before. Make sure that for your country, you're using the United States, for instance, you're using U.S. For state, you're using 2 letters. Yeah. For task quantity, I recommend doing 1 task per profile. You are technically allowed to check out 2 of each size per checkout, but you're gonna have a harder time checking out, harder time with the carting process if you do that, most likely, just because the website does get a little funky during these drops. Just to be safe, just do 1 task per task quantity. Retry delay and monitor delay. I'm keeping mine at 10,000 to start, and what I'm going to do is I personally am going to start my tasks anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes before the drop to kind of get it just rolling in, ready to go, or when I see the password page go up, one of the two. For site, we're going to be doing finalmouse.com. Nothing else, just finalmouse, period, com. Mode, we can run human this time because there's most likely going to be a password page and there will be a queue as well. You can try human preload if you want. They both should work just fine, but for the sake of it being easy, I'm running human mode this time. It should do the trick just great. If you end up getting variants early for some reason, you can try running one of the other modes, like human preload early or human early, but unless you have variants, do not be running early at all. For 2 cap key, you can put whatever you want in here, just as long as it's not left empty. All right. I put I love Neff for all you guys because I know you guys all hate me. So, some of you might have another column right here that'll say shipping rate. That can be left empty. I would recommend leaving it empty. The stock is somewhat normal for this drop, so the extra little second or millisecond or whatever that's going to save you is negligible. Basic rule of thumb when it comes to shipping rate, and part of the reason why it's removed on a lot of the stuff or a lot of the profiles that you guys get is because it's easier to just leave it blank and not need it, because unless you put in the exact format that you know 100% is going to work on that site, you're going to end up getting errors and you're not going to check out anything at all. But if you leave it empty, the bot will just automatically default to whatever the cheapest shipping is. So if you want to clone or duplicate the lines that I have made so you can create your own, you can click this where it says duplicate. It'll just copy the line, or if you just want to have a blank line to enter in your own stuff, you can do that. This one. To delete lines, obviously, the X. So, all right. Let's get Trickle started up. Now, I don't have proxies or anything like that loaded yet, but I just have tasks. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is you're going to want to set your harvester count. This is a Shopify site. AYCD does not work with it. So you're going to have to solve CAPTCHAs manually. You're going to set your harvester count. Set the harvester count to whatever you are comfortable solving. Keep in mind that they're all going to fill with CAPTCHAs. If you don't solve them fast enough, you're gonna get basically a timeout error on it. So I usually like to keep mine somewhere between 3 and 5 or 2 and 5. My sweet spot is usually 3 or 4, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna push 3, and then I'm gonna set it to where it's at right now, 3. Bam, done. Auto solve is not used. That's only for Yeezy supply. We'll go over the settings UI in just a second. Webhook, make sure that is set, okay? Also make sure that your proxy's in there. Keep in mind that I did say run 1 task per profile. I also recommend, you know, keep in mind that you're going to be solving CAPTCHAs. So the more profiles you have, the more CAPTCHAs you're going to be solving, okay? So, all right. We're going to push number 5 to open up our bot manager. Now, this is how we're going to adjust our delays during the middle of the drop, or if they do a link change for something or a variance or something like that that you're able to pick up quickly, you can enter them into the link. But for the delays, right now we're set at 10,000, 10,000. When you enter in your delays in here, you do not need to put 2 numbers. You just put 1 number. It'll change them both, all right? I recommend right before the drop, I would say a minute to 30 seconds before the drop, start dropping your delays down, bring them down to 3,000-ish, 3,500. It'll get you into the queue probably a tad bit faster. In order to do that, you're going to type in 3,500, and you can have this all preset too. When you're ready, just click on right here, mass delay change, 3,500, done. So. Link will be if there's a link change. Like I said, keyword is if you want to change the keywords in there, and then password if there is a password that needs to be entered. Okay? Pretty self-explanatory. If you guys have any questions, feel free to tag myself in the chat. Usually I'm keeping an eye on it, or you can open up a ticket. A staff member will be with you whenever they get around to it, okay? You guys have a good one. Good luck.